So just I am sharing my screen. Just wait. I am sharing my screen. जस्ट वेट करो, शेयर कर रहे हैं स्क्रीन को. जस्ट वेट, जस्ट वेट. नाउ यू आर विजिबल. हेलो हेलो, दिखाई दे रहा है जी? Now, here optical fiber are made in length of 1 kilometer. You know all these things. Again, I will repeat all these things in previous class. Already, I have completed all these types of optical fiber. So, again, I will repeat all these things. So, optical fibers are made in length of 1 kilometer. Just a minute. It is joined using suitable connectors. Suitable connector से क्या होता है? ये ज्वाइन किया हुआ रहता है, ज्वाइन रहता है. Its outer diameter range is 0.1 to 0.15 mm and core diameter range is 5 to 600 micrometer, and the diameter of pledging range varies from 125 to 750 micrometer. So optical fiber, again I will repeat all these things, and these things are will be asked in your internal exam or in your university exam also. So optical fibers are made in length of 1 kilometer. It can be joined using suitable connectors. Its outer diameter range is 0.1 to 0.15 mm. Core diameter range is 5 to 600 micrometer, and cladding diameter vary from 125 to 750 micrometer. Core का diameter कितना होता है? 5 to 600 micrometer, और cladding का diameter कितना होता है? 125 to 750 micrometer. इस चीज को याद करोगे. ऑप्टिकल फाइबर का रेंज कितना रहेगा? लेंथ 1 kilometer. Outer diameter of the optical fiber is 0.11 to 0.15 mm. Core का diameter range of core is 5 to 600 micrometer, and cladding diameter range of cladding is 125 to 750 micrometer. So here I have draw the optical fiber. In this diagram, the coating here, refractive index of this coating is equal to 1.5. So, and this is the just wait. Here in this diagram, this is the incident ray, which is incident upon the initial part of the optical fiber, and here there is a coating surface. So this incident ray is incident at the center of this part, and after entering into the internal part of the optical fiber, it is refracted and just interface at the core cladding surface, just interact with the core cladding surface. After that, it is reflected here, just in this direction. After that, it is reflected into the downward direction. Again it will move in the upward direction and interact with the core cladding interface. So this types of striking at the core plating surface will repeat it, and few after the few multiple reflections, total reflection will be done, and it is seen in this part. So when light is incident on one end of the fiber at a small angle, it passes through the fiber. Let I be the angle of the incidence of the light ray with the axis. Now R here, R this part. Look my cursor. This part. R with the angle of reflection. And if theta with the angle at which the ray is incident of the on the fiber boundary, then this theta is equal to 90 degree minus, we can write 90 degree minus R. Suppose N1 be the diffractive index of the fiber, then this theta is very much greater than or equal to theta C, critical angle. So theta C, we can write theta C is equal to sine inverse 1 by N1, because N1 be the refractive index of the fiber. Then the ray is totally refracted, totally internally refracted. So in this way, the ray undergoes repeated total internal reflections until it emerges out of the other end of the fiber. Here, this end, other end of the fiber, even if the fiber is bent. So the light ray is guided through the fiber from one end to the other end without energy being lost due to reflection. So the bundles of optical fibers can be used for optical signal transmission. It can also be used for transmission and receiving electrical signals. Now again, I will repeat these things. Optical fiber are made in length of 1 kilometer. It can be joined under using suitable connectors. Its outer range from 0.1 to 0.15 millimeter, core diameter range from 5 to 600 micrometer, and plating diameter vary from 125 to 170 micrometer. Here I have written here. Look. So according to this diagram, when light is incident on one end of the fiber at a small angle, it passes through the fiber. So here I with the angle of incidence of the light ray with the axis, and R with the angle of reflection. If theta with the angle here, if theta with the angle at which the ray is incident on the fiber boundary, here this is the boundary of the fiber, then this theta is equal to 90 degree minus R. Suppose here N1 be the refractive index of the fiber, so this theta is greater than theta C, critical angle. So theta C is equal to sine inverse 1 by N. Then the ray is totally reflected, totally internally reflected. In this way, the ray undergoes repeated total internal reflection. Here, look in this diagram. In this way, the ray undergoes repeated total internal reflections until it emerges out of the fiber, out of the other end of the fiber, or even if the fiber is bent. So the light ray is guided through the fiber from one end to the other end without any energy being lost due to refraction. The bundles of optical fibers can be used for optical signal transmission. It can also be used for transmission and receiving electrical signals. Now, this part is completed. Now, another thing is the propagation of light waves. Propagation of light waves. हेलो, हम तो क्लास में हैं। जस्ट वेट अच्छा सुनो, उसको दूसरा वर्ड ले लेंगे, ठीक है, परसों। So next is the propagation of light. Propagation of light through fiber. Propagation of light through fiber. Here I have written here. Main function of the optical fiber is to accept maximum light and transmit the same with minimum attenuation. So light gathering ability of a fiber depends upon on two factors. One is pore size and another is numerical aperture. Propagation of light through fiber. Main function of the optical fiber is to accept maximum light and transmit the same with minimum attenuation. Now, light gathering ability of a fiber depends upon two factors. One is pore size and another is numerical aperture. So, next thing is the acceptance angle and acceptance cone. We know that according to this diagram, suppose here I have not drawn the diagram of acceptance angle and acceptance cone. Okay, now you just see this diagram. Okay, here I be the angle of incidence, means a ray is incident ray is incident at this point. Suppose here there is a point A. At this point, look my cursor, A point. R be the angle of refraction, and here boundary surface is theta. Yeah, phi, suppose phi. If we draw a normal B and C, if we assume that here A point is given here, so if we draw a normal B and C, and this part is pore, okay, and this part is cladding. So the refractive index of pore, look my cursor, the refractive index of pore is N1 and refractive index of cladding, this part is N2. So here axis of the optical fiber is given here. So these are the total internal reflections, means refracted ray. So we consider an optical fiber through which light is being sent. The end at which light enters is called launching end. This end. The light entering into one end, and the end is known as launching end. So an optical fiber through which light is being sent, the end at which light is enter is called launching end. Let refractive indices of the core, means this part. Refractive indices of the core and cladding means this part, cladding. The refractive index of core and cladding be N1 and N2 respectively, means refractive index of N2 means cladding is less than the refractive index of core. Let refractive index of medium K through which the light is launched be suppose N0. Light beam enter at an angle I to the axis of the fiber. Here, light beam enter at an angle I to the axis of the fiber. The ray gets reflected at an angle R and strikes the core cladding interface at the angle phi. Suppose here angle phi is given here. For angle phi more than the critical angle C, light will undergo total internal deflections. The ray will undergo total internal reflection at interface as N1, means refractive index of core is greater than refractive index of cladding. Let compute the incident angle I for which this phi is very much less than or equal to C, such that the light rebounds within the optical fiber. Apply Snell's law to the launching phase of the, this is the launching end. Here, this part is launching end. So apply Snell's law to the launching phase of the fiber. So in that case, we have write sin I, this part, sin I divided by sin R is equal to N1 by N0. Because I have already told that Snell's law applied into the launching phase of the fiber. So this equation 1 can be written here. Now, if I is increased, suppose this I is increased, means angle of incidence is increased beyond a line, this I. Then phi will drop below this part. This angle at the angle made at the boundary surface of ore and cladding phi will drop below the critical angle C, and the ray escapes from the side wall of the fiber, side wall of this fiber. So the largest value of I occurs when this phi is equal to C. So in triangle ABC, this part is A. Just wait. Suppose we have assumed that here A point is here A, and normal here I have drawn normal BC. So in triangle ABC, sin R is equal to sin 90 minus phi is equal to cos phi. So this part equation 2 can be written here. Now on putting the value of equation 1 in equation 2, means sin I, if we do cross multiplication, means sin I into N0 is equal to N1 into sin R. So here the value of sin R is given here, cos phi. So I have written here sin I is equal to N1 by N0 into sin R. So in place of sin R, we have write cos phi. This equation 3. When phi is equal to C, here this part, when this angle phi is equal to critical angle. So in that case, sin I, this equation 3 can be written as sin I is equal to N1 by N0 cos phi means cos C, equation 4. But we know that sin C is equal to, here I have written here, sin C is equal to N2 by N1. Therefore, cos C is equal to, we have write root under N1 square minus N2 square divided by N1. If sin C is equal to N2 by N1, therefore cos C is equal to, we have write root under N1 square minus N2 square divided by N1. This is equation 5. Again, on putting the value of equation 5 in equation 4, means the value of cos C from equation 5 in equation 4. So here sin C is equal to, just a minute, I have put the value of equation 5 here in equation 4. So sin I is equal to, this part N1 square minus N2 square divided by N1, N0, equation 6. When incident ray is launched from air medium, look this diagram here. Incident ray is passing through this air medium into the and enter into the fiber optics. So in that case, here N1 N naught is equal to 1 and I is equal to theta naught. So this part can be written here. N naught is equal to 1 and I is equal to theta. So equation 6 can be written as sin theta naught is equal to root under N1 square minus N2 square divided by, in place of N naught we have write 1, means if we divide root under N1 square minus N2 square divided by 1 is equal to this part. Sin theta naught is equal to root under N1 square minus N2 square. So theta naught is equal to sin inverse root under N1 square minus N2 square. Equation 7. So where theta naught be the acceptance angle of the fiber. Now in this diagram, here acceptance code, here this is fiber optic, and theta naught, acceptance angle of the fiber is maximum at this place. Okay. Now here the acceptance angle, this part. Here fiber axis. This line is known as fiber axis. I have written there. Just wait. Acceptance angle is the here acceptance angle and acceptance code. Acceptance angle is the maximum angle at that a light ray can have relative to the axis of the fiber and propagate down the fiber. Acceptance angle is the maximum angle that a light ray can have relative to the axis of the fiber and propagate down the fiber. So the light ray content within the cone, within this cone, having a full angle theta naught, 2 theta naught. One is theta naught. So the full angle we have assumed 2 theta naught are accepted and transmitted along the fiber. The cone is known as acceptance cone. The light rays contained within the cone having a full angle 2 theta naught are accepted and transmitted along the fiber. The cone is called acceptance cone. So acceptance, the definition of acceptance angle and acceptance cone is that acceptance angle is the maximum angle that a light ray can have relative to the axis of the fiber and propagate down the fiber. Now the light rays content within the cone, having a full angle 2 theta naught are accepted and transmitted along the fiber. The cone is called acceptance cone. Now next is the fractional refractive index change. It is denoted by delta. This part. Fractional refractive index change. This part. The fractional difference delta. Here, the fractional difference delta between the refractive indices of the core and the cladding is called fractional refractive index change. The difference between the refractive index of the core and the cladding, refractive index of the core and the cladding. So we know that the refractive index of the core is denoted by N1 and the refractive index of the cladding is denoted by N2. So their difference can be written as N1 minus N2. The fractional refractive index change may be defined as the fractional difference delta between the fractional indices of the core and the cladding is called fractional refractive index change. It can be expressed as delta is equal to N1 minus N2 divided by N1. And the fractional refractive index change is of the order of 0.01. This must be, remember, you all the fractional refractive index change is equal to 0. The value is 0.01. And what is the formula of the fractional refractive index change? Delta is equal to N1 minus N2 divided by N1. Now, acceptance, propagation of light through fiber, light gathering ability of a fiber depends upon two factors. One is pore size, another is numerical aperture. Numerical aperture is the most important theme of this chapter. Numerical aperture, NA, it is denoted by NA. After completion of the acceptance angle and acceptance cone, means we know the acceptance angle is equal to sine inverse root under N1 square minus N2 square. And after this, coming this equation to a diagram, we have defined the acceptance angle is the maximum angle that a light ray can have relative to the axis of the fiber and propagate down the fiber. Now, for acceptance cone, the light rays content within the cone having a full angle 2 theta naught are accepted and transmitted along the fiber. The cone is called acceptance angle. Now, another thing is the fractional refractive index change. The fractional difference delta between the refractive indices of the core and cladding is called fractional refractive index change. It can be expressed as delta is equal to N1 minus N2 divided by N1, and delta means fractional difference is of the order of 0.01. So next part is the numerical aperture. Numerical aperture of an optical fiber. Numerical aperture is defined as the sine of the acceptance angle. Sine of the acceptance angle. Here I have written here. Sine of the acceptance angle. NA is equal to sine theta naught. This part. Numerical aperture is defined as the sine of the acceptance angle. So NA is equal to sine theta naught. Acceptance angle is denoted by theta naught. So NA is equal to sine theta naught. Therefore, in place of this sine theta naught, we know that sine theta naught is equal to here this part. Sine theta naught is equal to root under N1 square minus N2 square. Above equation 7, this part we have seen, and we have right NA is equal to N1 root under N1 square minus N2 square. So N1 square minus N2 square means A square minus B square is equal to A plus B into A minus B. So here I have written here N1 plus N2 divided into N1 minus N2. So this part can be extended and it can be written as N1 plus N2 divided by 2 into N1 minus N2 divided by N1 into 2N1. Approximating N1 plus N2 divided by 2 is equal to N1. N1 plus N2 divided by 2 is equal to N1. So N1 square minus N2 square is equal to 2 N1 square into delta. Here, according to this, here fractional refractive index change is equal to N1 minus N2 divided by N1. So in place of this N1 minus N2 divided by N1, we have write delta. So here delta I have written here 2n1 square, n1 square, this part, n1 square minus n2 square is equal to 2n1 square delta. Therefore, in place of this n1 square minus n2 square, I have written here Na, because we know that Na numerical aperture is equal to this part. Na is equal to, just wait. Na is equal to n1 root under 2 into delta. So numerical aperture ranges between 0.13 to 0.50, and large value of numerical aperture will mean that the fiber can accept more light from the source. Numerical aperture ranges between the 0.13 to 0.50, and if we got the value of numerical aperture or if the value of numerical aperture exceed from 0.13 to 0.50, it means that the fiber can accept more light from the source. Now, according to this, we are just solving some of the problems related to numerical numerical aperture. So this is the first question. In this first question, question gives that calculate the refractive indices of the core and cladding material of a fiber from following data. Calculate the refractive index of the core and cladding material of a fiber from following data. Means numerical aperture is given here, that is equal to 0.22, and delta is equal to 0.012. Refractive index change is given here. Numerical aperture is given is also given here. So refractive indices of the core and cladding of a fiber, we have to determine the refractive index of core as well as cladding. So here we know that, just a minute. Here we know that refractive index change, this part, refractive index change is equal to n1 minus n2 divided by n1, and this must be equal to 0.12, and we know that Na is equal to this part. The formula क्या है refractive index change का, n1 minus n2 divided by n1, और इसका वैल्यू कितना दिया है 0.012, and the formula, we know that the formula of numerical aperture Na is equal to n1 into root 2 delta. So this n1 with the refractive index of the core, n1 is equal to Na divided by root 2 into delta. So Na, the value of Na is given here, that is equal to 0.22. I have written here 0.22 divided by root 2 into delta. So root 2 into delta, in place of delta we have write 0.012, this part. So this must be equal to, after solving this, we have got 1.42. So this is the refractive index of core. Now again we have to determine the refractive index of cladding. So we know that refractive index change delta is equal to n1 minus n2 divided by n1. That is must be equal to 0.12. Means the value of delta is given here, and the formula related to refractive index change is equal to n1 minus n2 divided by n1. So if we take this formula, and if we put the value of delta in place of this delta here, delta is equal to n1 minus n2 divided by n1. So here the value of delta is given here, that is equal to 0.12 divided by, is equal to, in place of delta we have write here, in place of this delta I have write 0.12 is equal to 1 point, the value of n1. The value of n1 means refractive index of core. I have calculated the value of refractive index is 1.42, means I have written here 1.42 minus this minus N2 here, N2 divided by N1. N1 means 1.42. After doing cross multiplication, 0.12 into 1.42 is equal to 1.42 minus N2. Now we have calculate N2 is equal to this with this multiplied with this in divided by. So the value of N2 means effective index of cladding I have calculated, and that must be equal to 1.42. Sorry, 40. So the refractive index of 4 I have calculated, that is equal to 1.42, and the refractive index of cladding, that is equal to 1.42. First question. In this first question, some parameters are given here, and another parameters we have to calculate. And the parameters which are given, that is NA, numerical aperture, and refractive index change, delta. So according to this, I have just calculated the refractive index of 4 as well as the refractive index of cladding. Now another question is the calculate the numerical aperture, acceptance angle, and critical angle of a fiber having 4 refractive index is equal to 1.50, and the cladding refractive index is equal to 1.45. Here in this question, numerical aperture, acceptance angle, and critical angle, all these things are to be determined. But the value of refractive index of 4 as well as cladding are given here. हम लोगों का क्या दिया है? न्यूमेरिकल एपरेचर, एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल थीटा नॉट, क्रिटिकल एंगल थीटा सी, इसको बोल रहे हैं न्यूमेरिकल एपरेचर, एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल, क्रिटिकल एंगल, ये हम लोगों को कैलकुलेट करना है। क्या क्या दिया हुआ है? रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 4 का दिया है और क्लेडिंग का दिया हुआ है। देखो इस क्वेश्चन में ठीक जस्ट इसका उल्टा ऑपोजिट था, न्यूमेरिकल एपरेचर दिया हुआ था और डेल्टा दिया हुआ था, रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स चेंज दिया हुआ। यहां से हम लोगों को रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 4 और क्लेडिंग दोनों का हम लोग कैलकुलेट किए, लेकिन सेकंड क्वेश्चन में रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 4 और क्लेडिंग दोनों दिया हुआ है। हम लोगों को क्या कैलकुलेट करना है? न्यूमेरिकल एपरेचर, एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल, क्रिटिकल एंगल, इसको कैलकुलेट करना है। So just wait. So we know that refractive index change is equal to N1 minus N2 divided by N1. ये होता है, हम लोगों को मालूम है क्वेश्चन 1 से। सेकेंड क्वेश्चन में रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स चेंज का वो फॉर्मूला को हम यूज करेंगे। यहाँ क्या आ जाएगा? डेल्टा इज इक्वल टू N1 माइनस N2 डिवाइडेड बाई N। N1 का दिया हुआ वैल्यू 4 का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.50 माइनस क्लेडिंग का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स कितना है? 1.45, आई हैव रिटन हियर, डिवाइडेड बाय N1। N1, the value of N1 is 1.50. First you remember क्या क्या याद रखना है? 4 का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स को N1 बोलते हैं, क्लेडिंग का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स को N2 बोलते हैं। N2, इस चीज को पहले याद रखेंगे हम। देन वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द क्वेश्चंस which will be given here. So the value of N1 means 1.50 minus N2 means 1.45 divided by N1, N1 means 1.50 is equal to 0.033 refractive index change. Now we know that the numerical aperture is equal to n1 into √2 delta. ये होता है ना, n1 core of refractive index of core into √2 into ये पार्ट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स चेंज। अभी हमारा n1 का वैल्यू कितना दिया है 1.50 इंटू ये इंटू √2 डेल्टा का वैल्यू कितना हो जाएगा 0.033, ये पार्ट आ गया। इसको सॉल्व करने पर कितना आया 0.387। न्यूमेरिकल एपरेचर इज इक्वल टू 0.387। अभी हमारा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन यहाँ पर क्या था, कैलकुलेट द न्यूमेरिकल एपरेचर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज क्या है, एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल। एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल क्या देखो, एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल इज इक्वल टू कितना दिया हुआ है, ये acceptance is given, acceptance angle is given in equation 7. This part theta naught is equal to sin inverse into root under n1 square minus n2 square. इस पार्ट को भी हम लिख दिए यहाँ, sin स्क्वायर sin इनवर्स रूट अंडर n1 स्क्वायर माइनस n2 स्क्वायर मीन्स क्या हो जाएगा na न्यूमेरिकल एपरेचर, ठीक होगा जी। एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल इज इक्वल टू साइन इनवर्स na। देखो तो यहाँ पर साइन इनवर्स ये रूट अंडर n1 स्क्वायर माइनस n2 स्क्वायर का क्या मतलब है, ये na। देखो यहाँ पर दिया हुआ na। अब हम लोग क्या किए, इस पार्ट को यहाँ पर पुट किए, na इज इक्वल टू साइन इनवर्स na का वैल्यू कितना मिला है 0.387। आ गया मेरा रिजल्ट कितना 22.78 डिग्री एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल। एंड नेक्स्ट इज द क्रिटिकल एंगल, हियर क्रिटिकल एंगल इस पार्ट। सो क्रिटिकल एंगल इज इक्वल टू, वी नो दैट sin inverse n2 divided by n1. So sin inverse the value of n2 means cladding the refractive index. So the refractive index of cladding is given in 1.45 divided by 1.50. 1.45 divided by n1, 4 का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.50, सॉल्व करने पर कितना आया 75.2 डिग्री। क्रिटिकल एंगल इज इक्वल टू 75.2 डिग्री। सेकंड क्वेश्चन में मेन कॉन्सेप्ट को समझना होगा। कॉन्सेप्ट, व्हाट पैरामीटर्स आर गिवन एंड व्हाट पैरामीटर्स वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट। In this question, means in second question, parameters like core refractive index is given and that is equal to 1.50, and cladding refractive index is given here and that is equal to 1.45. And the measurement parameters are numerical aperture, acceptance angle as well as critical angle. तो numerical aperture is equal to, हम लोगों को मालूम है होता क्या है, ये numerical aperture is equal to n1 root under √2 into delta, ये होता है। अभी n1 हमको मालूम है, रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ कोर ये हमको मालूम है, रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ कोर हमको मालूम है, ये पार्ट n1 यहाँ पर दिया हुआ है, कोर का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.50। लेकिन यहाँ डेल्टा, ये पार्ट देखो डेल्टा, ये डेल्टा मेरा दिया हुआ नहीं है, रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स चेंज नहीं मालूम है। तो फर्स्ट वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स चेंज। सो वी नो दैट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स चेंज इज इक्वल टू n1 minus n2 divided by n1. So putting the value of n1 minus n2 divided by n1 in place of this, so 1.50 minus 1.45 divided by 1.50, that is equal to 0.033. After completion of this refractive index change, we have put the value of refractive index change in the in formula of numerical aperture. Means here, so n1 in place of n1, I have written 1.50 into root under 2 into the value of refractive index change, that is equal to कितना 0.033. So this must be equal to 0.387. Now next question, we have calculated the acceptance angle. So we know that acceptance angle is equal to sine inverse root under n2 n1 square minus n2 square. We know this thing. So in place of root under n1 square minus n2 square, this part here, equation 7. In place of this n1 square minus n2 square means equation 7, we have write na. यहाँ क्या लिखेंगे हम लोग? na लिखेंगे. यहाँ पर हमारा na दिया हुआ है इक्वेशन 7 में. अब n1 स्क्वायर माइनस n2 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू, देखो na दिया हुआ है रूट अंडर n1 स्क्वायर माइनस n2 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू na. अब हम क्या लिख रहे हैं? उसके जगह रूट अंडर n1 स्क्वायर माइनस n2 स्क्वायर की जगह लिखेंगे na. तो साइन इनवर्स na का वैल्यू कितना मिला? into 0.387 is equal to 22.78 degree. Now critical angle. Again we know that the value of formula of critical angle is equal to sin inverse n2 divided by n1. So sin inverse, the value of n2 का value कितना हो जाएगा? 1.45 divided by 1.50 n1. ये 1.50 n1, n2 क्या है? 1.45. तो यहाँ पर n2 की जगह 1.45, n1 की जगह 1.50 is equal to 75.2 degree. Now third question is, an optical fiber has a numerical aperture of 0.20 and a cladding refractive index of 1.59. Determine the acceptance angle for the fiber in water which has a refractive index of 1.33. क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से समझना, क्या दिया हुआ है? An optical fiber has a numerical aperture of 0.20. Na is given here, and a cladding refractive index, cladding N2 refractive index of cladding N2 is given as 1.59. Determine the acceptance angle for the fiber in water. Determine the acceptance angle theta naught for the fiber in water which has a refractive index. Refractive index what कितना दिया? 0.33. So when the first question हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? When the fiber is in air, so in that case, when a ray of light entering into the fiber from air to the medium, so in that case refractive index can be written as n naught, and the value of n naught is 1. If the ray of light passing from air to medium, entering into the fiber, in that case n naught is equal to 1. So here I have written here n naught is equal to 1, and Na numerical aperture is equal to this much. हम लोग जानते हैं, और इसका वैल्यू कितना दिया है? 0.20. So n1 is equal to this part. N1 is equal to root under Na square plus n2 square. So the value of Na is given here 0.20 whole square plus n2. n2 का वैल्यू कितना दिया हुआ? 1.59. देखो तो यहाँ दिया क्लेडिंग का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स दिया हुआ 1.59. So this part can be also written here is equal to, on solving this, 1.6025. Refractive index of course I have calculated. When the fiber is given in air, water, in that case the refractive index is given here 1.33. So Na is equal to root under n1 square minus n2 square divided by n naught. So the value of n1 value is calculated, that is equal to 1. Root under 1.6025 whole square minus n2. The value of n2 is, n2 का value कितना दिया? 1.59. So the value of n2 is 1.59 whole square divided by n naught. N naught का value है कितना? रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स जब वाटर में है तो इसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स कितना दिया? फाइबर जब वाटर में है तो 1.33. उस केस में क्या आ रहा है? अब उसको सॉल्व किया गया, सॉल्व करने पर कितना आ गया? 0.15. हम लोगों को क्या निकालना है? एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल. देखो क्वेश्चन में दिया डिटरमाइन द एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल, सो एक्सेप्टेंस एंगल थीटा नॉट इज इक्वल टू साइन इनवर्स Na, तो साइन इनवर्स इज इनटू Na का वैल्यू है मेरा कितना 0.15 इज इक्वल टू 8.6 डिग्री। नाउ आई हैव स्टॉप दिस क्लास, ओके।